Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Podchaser, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 56, available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Voyagers. It's a new sci-fi drama. It stars Ty Sheridan, Lily Rose Depp, Fionn Whitehead, Colin Farrell, Shantae Adams, I hope I said her name right, Madison Hu, and Isaac Hempstead-Wright. It's directed by Neil Berger, who directed Limitless with Bradley Cooper, who, I wonder if he was involved in the show, who directed one of the Divergent movies and The Upside with Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart. So you got these scientists. It's in the future. Earth is unable to sustain life anymore. So before it gets too out of hand, scientists are trying to discover a new planet to take over. There are the people that start the mission aren't going to be the people that land on the planet, and it's a long trip. And Colin Farrell kind of like wants to oversee things, and the kids that start grow into Ty Sheridan, Lily Rose Depp, Fionn Whitehead, etc. A couple characters discover that they're being controlled in one way or another, and they figure out how to stop the control, and all hell breaks loose. I can't lie, man. Like, the trailers looked interesting, but I solely watched this movie because I liked Limitless. They just don't start in space, which is cool. And Colin Farrell is kind of trying to like champion this. He's a dude with baggage, I guess. And to escape the baggage, he wants to. They don't even go into his baggage until later on, and it's like a one-line throwaway. So I don't want to sell something about Colin Farrell. He's the adult in the room until these kids grow up. And there's one thing that I didn't expect, so that was cool. But after that, like after the control stops, the story is super predictable. You know exactly where it's all gonna go. You know who's gonna be the hero. You know who's gonna be the villain. There's dialogue. Like a character comes out, says factual dialogue. The other character says fabrication, complete opposite of the fact, and the other characters in the room just go with the fabrication, and that's frustrating. Like, I thought that was stupid. I'm probably reaching. I'm probably a million times out of left field, but this movie feels like society today. If Twitter fingers speak up and they don't like the established order, so they just decide that they're not gonna follow a law, follow a rule. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. And you see everything burn down and go to shit. That's exactly what happens in this movie. It was bland. Like, I felt like this was a bland movie, and I don't know, like the trailers kind of sold this as a we're gonna stick it to the system, and it's gonna be like sexual liberation. And this movie is not a big ass 2-hour orgy. There's innuendo and there's scenes that imply, but it's not that. It's a mutiny in space, I guess. And it's like the performances were fine. I liked Ty Sheridan, Colin Farrell, Fionn Whitehead, Lily Rose Depp. She was probably the best character in the movie. In a movie when studios and theaters are trying to get back where we were in 2019, January, February 2020. This is going to be a forgettable movie at the end of the year. I don't know. I didn't feel the urgency. Like everything in this movie was supposed to be high tension. I didn't feel that. The odds were, I guess I liked the third act, because you kind of thought like something happened, and then, I don't know, the way everything was resolved was good. But at the end of the day, I would say don't waste your time watching this in theaters. It's probably like, I don't know, man. If you guys follow me, you know my movie tickets are cheap, but it might be more expensive to rent this from your cable provider. So I don't know. I don't think this is worth the ticket. So with all that being said, in my opinion, Voyagers is solid. It was almost solid, but it wasn't. I didn't like it less than movies I've ranked lower for this year. Have you seen Voyagers, man? What you think about it? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. Forgive the Godzilla background, man. It's Sunday. I almost didn't go see this movie, so I just didn't take the time to put a relatable background behind me. I have recently reviewed Godzilla vs. Kong and Nobody with Bob Odenkirk. I want next weekend to watch Thunder Force and or City of Lies. And then the week after that, Stowaway comes out on Netflix and Mortal Kombat comes to theaters and HBO Max. Check those out, man. Rec League Podcast, episode number 56. There was a QuickTime. It wasn't on YouTube. My QuickTime, screwed the pooch, so I didn't have video. The latest podcast is only on your podcasting apps. I still don't have an idea for episode 57, but we're going to do an episode 57 because that's how we do. So subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.